out tonight. I'd like to introduce to you a very special colleague of mine. Without further ado, Dr. Minute Men and Killdozer. Thank you very much.
Friends, colleagues, fellow occupied citizens, welcome and thank you for coming on this, the first conversation on meaning and consciousness, hosted by the Aesthetic Development Council and produced by the Technological Noise Band for the turn of the century. Let's start with a few questions. But after all, it is leaders of this country who determine the policy, and it is always a simple matter to drag the people along, whether it is a democracy or a fascist dictatorship or a parliament or a communist dictatorship. Voice or no voice, the people can always be brought the bidding of the leaders. That is easy. All you have to do is tell them that they are being attacked, and then denounce the peacemakers for lack of patriotism and exposing the country to danger. It works the same in any country. Does anyone know who said that? No, it was Hermann Goering, the Nazi minister of propaganda. Does anyone know from which film this image comes? It's Alexander Nevsky. Does anybody know who directed this film?
Eisenstein.
No, it was Sergei Eisenstein. Alexander Nevsky was his first completed sound film. It was commissioned by Joseph Stalin in 1938. It is the definitive anti-German propaganda film, and it marked Eisenstein's return to favor with the Communist Party. Tonight we'll compare this monumental film, directed by master filmmaker Sergei Eisenstein and scored by master composer Sergei Prokofiev, with the recent Hollywood film, We Were Soldiers, directed by Randall Wallace and scored by Nick Lenny Smith. We'll compare composition techniques, character and plot development, score and soundtrack, and especially propagandic applications. We will use these comparisons to flesh out meaning for these two eras, the modern era and the dawn of moving images with sound, and the postmodern era, which features hyper-real images and digital audio. Let us begin by examining a common element of propaganda films, the portrayal of the enemy as brutal and merciless. We have the cream of Louisville's intelligentsia gathered here in this auditorium. My microphone doesn't work. Okay.
Where does it begin?
So here we are in French Indochina.
2nd June 1954, French group Mobile 100 moved into the same central island of Vietnam. Where we can go 11 years later.
ถูกไหมครับ
ครับยึดสับประชุมแต่คำประชุมไปเลยนะ
Agents just awful. One common aspect of war propaganda films is the portrayal of enemy foot soldiers as small and faceless. As we will see, the most human part of their bodies, the face, is hidden by helmets or shadows. The enemy foot soldiers are portrayed as smaller in stature than the national heroes. There's no limit to the ruthlessness of the conquering Germans, who we all know to be kind and forgiving in war. The warrior prince is one of the few Germans whose face is visible. When it is, he is perpetrating the cowardly act of burning children alive.
Сегодня мы вас ищем, а делали